Hello everybody, it's Auntie Kathy here. Thought you might like me to read you a story. This is a book I've got at home and it's called Herbert Hawkins, the naughtiest boy in the world. Here he is, look. Hurry up, says Mrs. Hawkins, or you'll be late for school. Yes, Mother, said Herbert Hawkins, the naughtiest boy in the world. Is the Queen afraid of spiders? He asks, and as he puts something in his bag. Good gracious, how should I know, laughs his mother. What strange questions you ask. And she laughs till the tears roll down her cheeks. Spiders indeed, she says. Whatever next? But Albert does not answer. He is smiling his horrid smile. I wonder what he's put in his bag. Oh, look. This is the royal palace. How grand it is. See the soldiers marching up and down. They are guarding the Queen. See the soldiers? Good morning, Your Majesty, they shout as the Queen passes by in her coach. The Queen smiles and waves her hand. How safe she feels with her soldiers to protect her. There she is, there's the golden coach. She's waving to all the soldiers. But who's this? Hiding behind the railings of the royal palace. It's Herbert Hawkins, still smiling his horrid smile. Where is the Queen going? He asked the tall soldier in his scarlet coat. Her Majesty is off to open Parliament, explains the tall soldier. And which way is Parliament? Says Albert. That way, says the soldier. Thank you, said Herbert Hawkins, who can be very polite when he chooses. This is the Parliament. Look at the crowds, how they cheer. Good morning, they shout to the Queen as she draws up in her golden coach. The Queen smiles and waves her hand. How safe she feels with all these people around her. Uh-oh, but who is this, peeking behind the wheel of the golden coach? It's Herbert Hawkins, the naughtiest boy in the world. He is smiling his horrid smile. Move along there, Sonny, says a kindly policeman who has a boy of his own at home. This gentleman is the Prime Minister. Look at all his medals. How brave he must be. See how low he bows, with his medals almost touching the floor. Good morning, Your Majesty, he whispers. The Queen smiles graciously. How safe she feels with someone so brave at her side. But who is this hiding behind the tapestry? It's Herbert Hawkins. Can you see him? He's there. The naughtiest boy in the world. Mind you don't tear it. Here are the lords and ladies. How beautiful in their fine clothes. How slowly they move. How softly they speak. Good morning, Your Majesty, they murmur as the Queen approaches. The Queen smiles gently. How safe she feels with all the lords and ladies around her. The next page, this is the throne, a big chair. Here is the royal throne. How comfortable it looks. Please sit down, Your Majesty, says the Prime Minister. The Queen smiles gently and sits down graciously. how safe she feels on her royal throne. Oh dear, just look. On top of the canopy, above the throne, is Herbert Hawkins. In his hand, he has a large spider. How fierce it looks. Good morning, Your Majesty, says Herbert Hawkins, lowering the spider. Ah! How fast everyone is running. How fast the soldiers run. How fast the lords and ladies run. Look how much faster, though, as the Prime Minister runs. Jingle, jingle goes all his medals. Gee, laughs Herbert Hawkins. I've never had such fun. Dear, oh dear. There he's back home now, look. Did you have a good time today? Asks his mother when he gets home. Yes, said Albert, helping himself to some bread and butter.